The federal government has restated its commitment to ensuring students learn in a safe environment. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education, David Adejo, made this known in Abuja at an event to commemorate the International Day to Protect Education from Attack. Adejo, who says students were consulted as part of effort to find solutions to insecurity challenges in schools, has assured Nigerians that the measures have already been put in place to make schools safer.
Education is the most important investment a country can make, not just one of, it's the most important investment a country can make. For its future, in view of its potentials in bringing about change in every aspect of development as well as driving long-term economic growth. The benefits of education are too many for the individual and the society, and the success of each of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals are one way or the other intricately linked with education, because an educated society is healthier and has higher rates of economic stability, lower crime rates, better civic involvement, and greater equality. Unfortunately, all over the world, education has been under threat. The incessant attacks on the country's education system that we see in forms of kidnapping, abduction, banditry, increased insurgents, and general insecurity, as has been mentioned, has led to increasing the number of out-of-school children in the country. And we know the higher the number of out-of-school children you have, the more liable you are to have more insecurity in your country. Permit me to affirm that government has the primary responsibility to provide protection and ensure inclusive and equitable quality education at all levels for all learners, especially those in vulnerable situations. The Nigerian government is not unmindful of that, and it is because of this reason that we are part of the Education in Emergencies Working Group, which was established in 2012, and in country we are working collaboratively with UNICEF and the Save Children International, Save the Child Initiative, the Plan, Gold Prime Organization, Development Research and Projects, Street Child International, State Ministries of Education, State Universal Basic Education Boards, National Education Research and Development Council. All these, and they've all been intervening in various areas to make sure we have safe schools within their various zones. And some of these efforts are development of education in emergency curricula for basic education, training of teachers in the identification of early warning signs, indigenous preparedness and responsiveness actions to ensure safe schools, amongst others. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we all recall that during the pandemic, the education sector response was unprecedented. The response was swift and equally designed to address the issues quickly as possible. In that light, during the pandemic, we were able to coordinate as a ministry all stakeholders at all levels to provide an online learning platform in terms of improving digital access to education. To further ensure safety in school, remember that of the 37 countries, Nigeria is amongst the first 37 countries to join the Safe School Declaration when it was first opened for endorsement in 2015. And in 2021, we were the first African country to host the Safe School Declaration. Let me clap for my country, don't clap. Today, United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization and other global members are discussing Safe Schools Initiative as part of Transforming Education Summit. And that is a plus for us. Nigeria, along with Argentina, Spain, and Norway, are the four arrowheads of that Safe School Declaration. And in spite of that has been mentioned here, so as to domesticate the Safe School Declaration, we have a national policy on school safety and violence-free schools. So I think, Director, it's good that we have a very good, how do I say it now? A very good campaigner in the person of Mr. Abiola for the use of the national policy. So, Madam, we are going to really meet you to continue doing that work by helping us to get it out there. Thank you very much for that. And we also hear your call that we should approve the National Plan of Action and the minimum standards as well. And I asked my director, what is the problem? And you know Nigeria, anything problem they say is money. I said, no, it's not money. We'll discuss that. As a ministry, we'll try and see how we put that out as quickly as possible. As a country, as we move forward in trying to implement the national policy on safety, security, and non-violent schools, we'll try as much as possible to make sure that the things we signed on to on the Safe School Declarations are what we are going to be doing. In that aspect, we require a lot of overhaul. Some of the children have mentioned it. They've told us what we need to do, and government is working towards providing secured environment for learners and teachers, making sure we have enough professional teachers, and making sure that school distance to pupils is not as far, so that people do not start telling us stories. We are comfortable in telling those stories of walking 10 miles to school. Our children should not be telling such stories. They should be telling stories of going to school from the house. And that is one of the things that the movement from brick and mortar school to learning at your own pace is doing with this digital economy. And government is trying to pursue that.